Hey, Biggs. Yo, what's the good word? Welcome, Facebook and YouTube folks. What's going on? What's the good word, friends? I'm gonna do some yelling. Thanks for being here. What's going on? What's up, Deb? How you doing? Thank you so much for the share. Appreciate you. What's up, Alicia? I know that. Getting ready. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? We're about to get started in just a second here. All right. Just a second. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? What's up, guys? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. All right. It's about to get real. All right. What's up, Tracy? How you doing? What's up, Janet? How are you? All right. Just getting the gram going. What's up, Darla? What's up, Instagram? Tip of the cap. Top of the afternoon. Could yell about a couple of things. You know how it is. You know how I do it over here. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. What's up? What's up, Facebook and YouTubes? The tubes of you. What's going on? How are you? Tip of the cap. Top of the evening. What's up, Jess? How you doing? Yo, what's going on? Thanks for being here. What up? What's up, Bunny Smart? What up, Frank? How's it going? Howl away, dog. What's going on? I don't even know what that means, but I kind of like it. The Jeaner, Miss Jade, what's up? What's the good word? Yo, we got everybody coming in. How's it going? What's up, Lori? Yo, it is getting crazy. Things are weird. I invited Billy, but he's over. He's next door. He's having a corn dog, a corn cake, cornmeal, and he's opening up his news to get blasted by the fire. What's up, Deborah Lynn? How's it going? Thanks for being here. What's up? What's up? What's up, Dree? Colin Goyette, what's up? Old school CT, some CT folks. What's up, Andrew? How's it going? What's going on? The salad was great. Salad with a little bit of tyranny, but whatever. That's fine. Who cares? We basically got. You're right. Joanne is correct. We did get got. What's up, Russ? Thanks for being here. Yo, what's up? Aldana, what's the good word? Charlottini, how's it going? Yes, I'm a big fan as well. What's up, Nakwa? The beta. Yes. Melbourne. We got Melbourne in the building. A little bit of Melbourne. What's going on? CT. That's what's up. What's going on? Yo, if anybody didn't, I put out two videos today. I went ape. I went absolutely ape. That's specious. I went ape on the videos today. It's a little bit specious. A little specious. What's up, Hanzilla? How's it going? What's up, Una Carmen? What's going on? You are my fave. Awesome. Melbourne. Yo, Melbourne, the police state of Australia. The Australian prison state. The Australian prison population. No big deal. Pompeo is here. Tina's here. What's going on? What's up, Deb? Thanks for sharing it. Appreciate it. Yo, all right. Tickle my bag. Look, I got a couple things. I wanted to come on here and a little jib and a little jab. Just a couple of things. Just a couple of zips, a couple of zaps. You know how we do it. I'm going to jump up and down. I'm going to sweat a little bit. I'm going to yell. I'm going to headbutt the screen. And then I'm going to jump off a bridge and I'll see you never again. No big deal. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Thank you, California. Yo, you know Pompeo's in here. He's in the other room. Pompeo! He's in a pineapple under the sea. The other day, Pompeo posted an image of him like playing checkers or something, and he was like eating like dried pineapple or some shit, and like 100 people like DM'd the photo to me, and they're like, Pompeo's eating pineapple. He's watching your videos, and I'm like, I don't think he's watching my videos, but he might be. He lives in a pineapple under the sea. Yeah, apparently we got some Michigan people in the building. I thought that Gretchen Gardner, the tyrant of America's upper mitten, I thought she came out with some trash guidance. And I think that businesses are just willingly shutting down. What are you, out of your fucking mind? Yo, dude, that's fine. Nobody needs to understand. Nobody needs to understand what's going on. That's so crazy. It's like they're policing everybody, and they've managed to find a way to lock people down. And now they're so in people's brains, they convince them to lock themselves down. What are you, stupid? Oh, you goo. Once you get the juice, you don't eat inside. Every single meal you have should be outside in the grass. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, everything is trash. Everything is actual human trash. Thank you, Lane, for the badge. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Adolf Whitmer. Holy hell. I didn't say it, just read the comment. I didn't say it, just read the comment. Everyone relax. That's not funny, but so I hope everybody liked my videos today. I had two hilarious videos today, if I don't say so myself. I brought Billy back, or I didn't bring Billy back. Billy came back. He's been taking my phone lately. And then the story about, I saw somebody made a comment on one of the videos, and they were like, tell us an annoying restaurant story or something like that. And I was like, do I have one or what? I honestly didn't even think about that story from the grocery store. And then I was like, oh yeah, that guy. He sprinted up. He sprinted over like this. He was like, hey, sir, excuse me, sir. And I was like, yo, no one's in here. Like, cool it. Like, he was about to get off his shift. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, let it slide. Like, he got in my 6 feet, bro. Like, you're in my personal space, you bag of cheese. Excuse me. It's like, bro, no. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I was like, you're excused. Leave, bro. Leave. Excuse me, sir. Sir. I was like, just because you call me sir doesn't change the fact that you suck. Excuse me. Like, literally, not a human being came within 60 feet of me in that grocery store, except for this Gibran James. He thinks he's gonna get employee of the month at Publix. He's just like, he's like, Jennifer. It's like Jennifer's his boss. Jennifer, did you see what I did? Did you see? I just told that guy. She's like, good job, Joseph. Shut up. The shift's over. Like, that guy's gonna never shop here again. She's right. No, he literally sprinted. He was like this. He from 1,000 yards from like the other side of the store. Like, he popped over the tallest shelf, and he was like, oh! And then he was sprinting. I'm like, dog, no. Like, if he walked at like a normal human pace from where he was over to me, I would have been checked out and out of the store. I was like, bro, I was like, you're the worst person. Yo, Facebook and YouTube are showing up. The numbers are growing. Big ups to Facebook and YouTube. I don't know if Instagram's not as active right now, or if everybody's just punching me in the bag, or maybe they're still watching my video. But Facebook and YouTube are showing up. Over 100 people. That's what's up. Thanks for being here. Cool, great, awesome. Yo, so listen. I have a couple things to talk about, because everything is actually, in fact, trash. But what I like, the kind of like wisdom, whatever, that I really, or like, not even wisdom, the message that I wanted to impart upon the people of the planet of Earth is like, I hope people understand. And what really blows my mind about all this stuff is just how asleep at the wheel the vast majority of people are, and how extremely chilling and horrible it is to think that most people are completely unaware and not doing anything about what's happening right now. I'm in the state of Florida, and every single business without fail has diaper related signs at the door. Like 95% of the businesses in my big blue county are like, it's like diaper central. There's been no mandate for 6 months. No one cares. No one's paying attention. And these psychos are race baiting us, gaslighting us, lying straight to our face, and no one cares. It's blowing my mind how little people are paying attention to this. It's like, how much more obvious does this shit have to get? I don't understand. It is so obvious. They are hiding in plain sight, and it's disturbing, and I just don't understand. Article on CNBC.com or on CNBC. CNBC. That's where fucking Joey from the grocery store. That's where he goes for his. Did you see? Did you see the article? It's like, no, Joey, get back. Go cut the roast beef, Joey. Go back to the roast beef, please. Clean up polish the meat slicer, Joey. He's just getting a salad. Let him go, Joey. Let him go. I need to be employee of the month. It's like, no, Joey, no one asked you to do that. Like, literally, no one asked you to do that. It's like the guy at the end of the it's like when you go to the grocery store and you buy like 3 items and the guy bags the 3 items like, you need help bringing this to your car? And I'm like, Joey, do you think I need help bringing this to my car? I am an able-bodied human adult man. I have 3 items, Joey. No. It's like, no, Joey, no. Critical thinking, Joey. And it's like, maybe I understand that, like, maybe that's in his job, maybe so he could be employee of the month. But it's like, Joey, do you think that I am going to be like, excuse me, like, introduce me to your manager after you don't offer to take it to my car? I'm like, Joey, dude. It's like, no one's doing that. You're resisting handwashing. No one is doing that. But we have a world full of Joeys. Yeah, why are we giving them power? No, Joey, no. But we just have a whole planet full of these people. And like, everybody seems to be just woefully unaware that the mainstream media is the virus, that all of this stuff is continuing, and nobody seems to be too concerned about it. Obviously, we're concerned because we're woke, but everybody's afraid. They're afraid because they'll lose their job, they'll lose their friends, they'll lose their livelihood, they'll lose their income. It's like the threat is real, and they're coming and they're just pounding us left and right in the back. They're giving us a jab, they're giving us a right hook. They are popping us straight in the news. The CEO of Pfizer CEO says a third corona clap dose is likely to be needed within 12 months. CNBC today, 1:30 p.m. A third corona clap dose is likely to be needed within 12 months. Imagine being a business owner. Imagine being a business owner that sells something that's supposed to be a one-time, one quick fix of which you have absolutely no liability for, which was absolutely rushed through with billions of dollars of taxpayer money before it was even produced. And then you're just like, yo, let's just say they need one next year. We'll get paid every year until the end of time. Like, let's just think about that for a second. It's just like, dude, it is very likely that you'll need a booster dose in 12 months, within 12 months. So basically what this means is that every single thing you could have ever imagined, every little thing, yes, this is live, drinks like fish. Everything you could have ever imagined is basically coming true. And they're just like, yeah, you need it in 12 months. They're going to keep billing the government. They're going to keep pounding the government. They're going to keep moving the goalposts. They're going to keep changing everything. So if you didn't see that video with Jim Jordan today with Dr. Weasel, with the great weasel, the wicked weasel of the West, Dr. Fauci, the most garbage merchant of all garbage merchants, the king of the trash pile. This guy is a fucking weeble, garbage merchant, trash factory. His exchange today with Jim Jordan was nothing short of infuriating. And what blows my freaking beanbag apart and kicks me down a ravine into a shallow river where I die is how people don't care about the response that this weasel gave this guy in this thing today. This little weasel person, this weasel of a man, Dr. Garbagey, Dr. Fauci. This guy's a clown. Jim Jordan's like, when are we going to be able to open it up? Like, people have been losing their freedoms for all of this time. And he's like, I wouldn't say it's freedom, Congressman. I wouldn't say they're losing their freedom. It's like, yes, they are, you weeble. This guy is a garbage troll. He's like a troll under the bridge. He's like, I wouldn't say that they lost their freedom. What would you say then, Fauci, you trash factory? What's up, Leia? How you doing? It's like Fauci. It's like Joey is like Fauci's son. Fauci. Come on, Joey. So he just like, Jim Jordan's like, well, when are we gonna get the message? Like, when is it actually gonna happen? When will it be over? When will it open up? When does that actually occur? And they have no answer. He has no answer because he's a weasel. He's like, oh, when it's no longer a threat, which isn't an answer. This guy's a liar. This guy is a piece of garbage. This guy is a grifter. All he wants to do is stay in the public square. These people are all in cahoots. And nobody is doing it. Nobody cares. And nobody's doing anything about it. It's so mind-blowing to me. And I know that we all are, and we're speaking up, and we're paying attention, and we're spreading the information, and we're being suppressed and shut down, and everybody's calling us names and yelling all this stuff at us. But the fact of the matter is that so many people are so blind to this. It's amazing. It's like, how could any sentient human being look at that answer today from Dr. Weasel and think, I'm freezing up. How could anybody see that thing today from Dr. Weasel and think that's an okay answer? Am I freezing? Is everybody freezing for me? I had an internet issue earlier today. Let me know if I'm still freezing for you. People on the gram, let me know if I'm freezing. Yes, Tammy, he is the highest paid federal employee. That's exactly right. Blows my beanbag. All right, is every single person on Instagram seeing my phone freeze? That sucks. If you're not seeing my phone freeze, send me a thumbs up because I don't even know what to do other than restart the stream. All right, Facebook and YouTube are good. There's a ton of people on there. Wait, you're saying yup. Does that mean I'm freezing or does that mean I'm not freezing? It's freezing and no sound sometimes? I'm freezing. Fuck. That's not good. Shit. Hold on. Let me try something. Brief freezes. All right, well, freezing a little here and there. That sucks. Well, I'm not a fan of that. All right, well, I'm going to try to people are just like, yep, nope, yep, nope. It's like, I don't even know. All right, well, I'm gonna do the best I can. People in the book. All right, I think I fixed it now. I turned off Bluetooth. Maybe that was jabbing it up. Whatever. All right. FB streaming is fine. All right, cool. All right, so back to what I was saying. So the fact that anybody could see this guy and see this non-answer that this psychopath gave, I think is just absolutely trash. So, listen, this is kind of something that I want to switch it up for a second. Because I had a topic that I wanted to talk about before, but I just got lost in the Fauci universe. This is gonna be a weird shift. This is gonna be a hard shift. It's gonna be a hard left turn. But this is something that I wanted to talk about initially, and I still want to talk about Fauci and Jim Jordan and the world being garbage and all that trash. But I wanted to talk about this one specific topic, which I think could be beneficial, and I think that you guys could take some value from. So I'm just gonna switch it up real quick and go from complain the world is garbage mode into something specific that I've been thinking a lot about lately, which is something that I've been paying a lot of attention to, which is I hope that we can all understand that the solution to this problem and all problems that we ever have here and going forward now until forever, including Fauci, including all of the stuff that happens around us, is all predicated on one thing, which is our understanding and focus on the importance of thought. And I've been thinking so much about this lately because it's been making a really profound impact on the things that happen to me day to day, which is how I choose to think about things, when I choose to think about things, how frequently I think about things, and what happens as a result of that thought. So I just want to remind everyone what I've been getting reminded of a lot lately, which is that, are you taking time to think about what you're going to do next? Are you taking time to just purely think, to be alone, to be in silence, to go for a walk, to go to the beach, to ride a bike, to go to the gym, to spend time literally and purely taking time to think? Because what I've come to realize in my time here in the world is that it is not important for anybody. God, fucking Instagram, it keeps saying that I'm cutting out. That's so annoying. All right, I'm gonna close Instagram down for a second, and I'm gonna start over for Instagram. All right, Facebook and YouTubes, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. I'm gonna start the gram over because everybody's getting clapped. I guess they're not like, it's not like in my internet or I don't know, something like that. I'm gonna restart my phone. While I'm restarting it, what are you guys up to? How you doing? I'm gonna get back on this topic after my phone resets. Yeah, it was getting deep because I've been thinking a lot about this and I know how important it is. And it's like, to me, it's the most crucial thing that's happening right now because it explains, yes, Heath, it is. Because it explains why everything is happening. It explains all things. It explains it explains completely and in totality all of the problems that we're having. Is the mindset. It's like people of us, I don't like this angle back to the gram. All right, well, sorry about that. There's lots of people are weighing in tonight. They're like, yo, you suck. I hate you. I don't like what you're saying. This is not fun. I don't enjoy this. I'm getting clapped. I'm getting clapped. I'm getting clapped on Instagram. I'm getting clapped in the comments. Everyone's like, you're a jabron. No one likes you. I'm gonna start the gram up over again, and I'm gonna hope that it doesn't clap me. UK clap numbers are 23% inflated. Washington, yeah, that sounds about right. I believe that would make sense. All right, hold on one second. All right. Okay. Thank you, D. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're doing great. Thanks, Jessica. You're doing great, sweetie. Appreciate it. Oh, bag of rice, bag of cheese. All right, looks like Instagram is back. All right. We're back. All right, everybody came back. I lost 7 people. All right, cool. All right, so as I was saying, all of the problems that are happening right now, all of the problems that are occurring in the public square, all of the things that are happening to us everywhere, from the problems that are happening in the media, from people getting dominated, from people being lied to and not understanding, from the significance of all this stuff. It all comes back to the same thing, which is something that I've been thinking about so much lately, which is the importance of thought. Now, if we could all just understand, if we could all just take a minute to understand the significance of the battle that goes on in our mind every single day, the things that we think about from minute to minute, the things that we spend our time focusing on, not only what we think about, how we think about, but how much time we take to think about what our next step is, I think explains a lot of the problems that we've got right now. So, all right, the Instagram people are coming back. So I'm talking about thought and the importance of thought. And something that I've come to learn as well is that absolutely nobody needs to see or understand the vision that you have for your life. Nobody needs to understand your strategy, where you're going, how you're going to get there, or the game that you're playing and how you're going to play it. And throughout that process, people are going to come at you and be like, oh, it can't be this way, or, oh, I'm going to do it this way, or they're going to act like the way that you're doing it is wrong. But as long as you are convinced in your method, convinced in your strategy, convinced that your thing will take you to the place that you want to go at the rate that you want, in the direction that you want, and you're confident that you can make it happen inside that strategy, that's what you have to do. It's like, I can't tell you how many times over the years people have questioned the tactics and the strategies and the moves that I've made to get from one place to the next place to the next place. People don't understand. They don't understand the long game. They don't understand even the short game. They don't understand your moves. They don't have to understand your moves because they're not you. So I just hope that message comes across, the significance of how important it is of having your own strategy, your own vision, figuring out what your priorities are from week to week, day to day, and planning what's next. So something that I've been doing a lot lately, which I would encourage everybody to do, is think about what your next move is all the time. To never be satisfied at any given point in the process, but always be thinking about how you're going to get the next thing that you need to get, how you're going to make the next move that you need to make. What is the next move? How do I get more money? How do I hang out with better people? How do I have more enriched conversations? How do I do better things? How do I squeeze more out of life? How do I advance myself, educate myself, kick myself up a tier? How do I raise my stock in the world? How do I get ahead? How do I move from here to there? One thing that I do, and this may seem insignificant, and it's just something that's made a lot of a difference in my life, is like every once in a while, if I'm looking for as I'm on the process of looking for different ways to improve my life, honestly, sometimes I just go on Amazon and I just look at household items. I spend a lot of time in my house because I work from home. So I'll just go on Amazon and I'll look at like household items, and I'll look at small ways to improve my environment, improve my disposition to the world, improve the things that I see when I wake up, the things that I see when I move about the house. So, and it's a simple way to satisfy a very small need that has a big impact over time. It's kind of like making your bed. So like the other day or last night, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go on and I'm going to look around at different things that will improve my environment. What could I get that would improve my environment? And last night on Amazon, I find this hanging plant that will go in my front porch. And I'm like, this is going to be cool. It's going to be a cool hanging plant. I'm going to feel better because there's this plant. For $20, I just made a change in my environment. I just changed the way that I look at the day. I just changed the way that I feel a little bit. There's a little bit more color on the front porch. And like for $25 or whatever, I satisfied a piece of progress. It's like I found a new flavor of this protein water that I drink. It's like I bought some more of the protein water. I acquired a couple more different drinks that I could like. It's like little stuff like that makes a huge difference. Kitchen tools for the kitchen to be more efficient, tools for your house to be more efficient. Looking around on Audible and looking for different books or different new things that you could do that will change the way that you feel, not stagnating, always having things moving, having new boxes showing up at the door, having new things coming into your life, and constantly never getting satisfied with whatever is happening, but instead trying to constantly advance forward and figure out how you can get to the next level. No, I don't have to remember to water it because it's fake. I have been buying ones that I had to water and they only last for a couple months, they die, and then I don't have one. So I bought a fake one. And I'm going to be just as happy with it. No, in theory, I did not have to buy it from Amazon. You are correct. So the point of the story is that the real question is, how much time did you spend today strategizing as to what you're going to do tomorrow? How much time did you spend today strategizing on what you're going to do next week? Are you happy with your car? Are you happy with your job? Are you happy with the way that you spend your time? Are you happy with your body? Are you happy with the things that you eat? Are you happy with your house? Are you happy with your bed sheets? Are you happy with the little things and the big things? So this strategy and this time and importance of thought is something that I've been spending a lot of time thinking about. And I think that in and of itself solves lots of the problems that we have in the world. And in a lot of ways solves lots of the problems that we have just ourselves. It's like just taking a little bit of time to be like, all right, what's next? Now, this is something that has made a huge difference to me in business, is like taking an analysis of all the numbers, like how much money came in last month, how much profit came in, what products did I sell, what did I spend my time on, who did I spend my time with, what do I have planned for this month, what will I be able to earn this month? If I'm going at this pace and we're 4 months into the month, how much money are we going to generate in 12 months? So like, for example, it's the 15th of April right now. Look at your income of what you brought in the first 15 days of April and be like, well, am I going to double that by the end of April? It's something that I think about all the time. Now, and it goes for little goals as well. It goes for goals in life. It goes for goals in every single thing that you do. And I think that single thing alone, that single thought, that single time spent strategizing on your next move and fighting the internal battle with yourself allows you to move further and faster through life at a more expeditious rate. It allows you to get to a higher point faster. So that's just something that I wanted to interject, because as I've been reprioritizing different ways that I spend my day and different things that I think about during the day and different things that I think about what's my next week, what's my next month, how am I going to handle the following things? What can I do to get ahead? So here's a perfect example. Now, all I have is examples from my life. This is not meant to be a brag. This is just something that I've gone my whole life being what I would consider to be fairly financially aware. And I didn't know about this until the other day, because I asked a really smart person and they gave me a really smart tidbit of information. And it only came about because I took the time to think and strategize before it. So this is what I had learned. So I was thinking about real estate. I was thinking about my house. I was thinking about the equity that I have in my house. And I'm like, how do I extract this equity? How do I figure out a way to get a better house, get a bigger house, get more of a house, get another bathroom, get a pool? How do I figure out a way to strategize 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 24 months out of how my life is going to be better? Do I want to live in this house? What does the house look like? What color is it? What neighborhood is it in? What does it have? Does it have 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms? What's my life going to look like? How am I strategizing for what's next? Because when we get satisfied and we stay stagnant, it's like before you know it, you're 6 months down the line and nothing has changed. Nothing has moved up. Nothing has evolved. So I'm always thinking and shucking and jiving to try to figure out what can I do to make the next move to get ahead at the next position. So I was talking to my friend and he told me about margin buying, which is or using margin in against your stock portfolio. So for anybody that doesn't know what that is, basically what I learned yesterday is that you can borrow money against qualified securities in your stock portfolio. So if you have, let's just say that you have $100,000 worth of stock in an account like E-Trade, for example, you can go to E-Trade and you can open a line of credit that makes your stocks a security that you can borrow against, much like you can borrow against your house. Like you can use a home equity loan to borrow against your house. Thank you, Nicola, for the super chat on YouTube. Thank you. So I was like, I did not know that you could do that. So I called up E-Trade and I opened a line of credit using my stocks as the security. They give you basically 65% of what you have in your stock portfolio, and you're able to borrow against it. It's a zero fee, nothing down, no cost to open, no fee at all other than the interest rate. and you can borrow against your stocks. So I can take, so if I had a stock portfolio of, let's say, $100,000, I could borrow $65,000 against that stock portfolio, so long as those securities qualify. And then I could take that $65,000 out and I could do whatever I want with it. And at E-Trade, the rate is 3.9%. So for basically a very, very low percentage, a very low interest rate, I just unlocked tens of thousands of dollars of access to cash. So now I have the ability to go and take that money, however much it is. Let's just keep staying on the $100,000 number. It's like now there's $65,000 of equity that can be borrowed against at 4%, less than 4%. So it's like, now what can you do with that 4%? Now I have that in the background. Now imagine if you had $60,000 of cash in the bank. Okay? And you're like, well, if you have cash in the bank, you're losing 3 points to inflation. That's just the reality of life. You're losing 3 points on your cash to inflation. So if you're losing 3 points with your cash in the bank to inflation, but you want it there for a rainy day, but you can unlock $65,000 of leverage against your stock portfolio, which is locked in a variable rate based on LIBOR. LIBOR very rarely fluctuates. It's like less than 1%. LIBOR is the like London whatever interest rate. I forget what it's called. I forget what it stands for. London Interbank Offered Rate, an interest rate average calculated from estimates submitted by the leading banks in London. So this rate is based on LIBOR plus a small percentage. So it's like for under 4%, I unlocked, let's use the number of 100, $65,000 equivalent of leverage off my stock portfolio. That now if I had $65,000 in the bank, but I want to save for a rainy day, in theory, I could spend out that $65,000 in cash. If I had that in the bank, I could spend out the $65K and still have access to the $65K at a fairly low rate. And $65K is more than enough money that you would need to survive. Food, water, rent, mortgage payment, car payment, whatever. You would have, just using the number of 100K, you would have that money. So now you could take the $65,000, let's say that you have that in savings, and then you can go and invest that $65K into cash producing assets. You could buy real estate, you could upgrade your house and increase the value of your house, have it reappraised and have more equity in it. There's any variety of things that you could do. So by having the thought in my mind of, how do I get ahead? How do I move? How do I shuck and jive? It began as a thought, like all great things do. So it began as a thought. How do I get ahead? Okay, the house. The house is one of my greatest assets. It represents a significant piece of my net worth. What do I do? What do I do to get a better house, bigger house, more house? How do I do that? How do I increase the value of this asset? It's not about how do I work more. It's how do I work smarter? So I'm like, how do I do this? Then I have the conversation. It's like I hang around smart people. I hang around a smart person. A smart person gives me a suggestion like that after I ask them a smart question. It's like the thought came first. The question came next. The research followed it. I called up E-Trade. I opened up the credit account. And today, boom, less than 24 hours, I got approved for the line of credit. And now I have all this access to leverage. So now it's like, I could go do whatever the fuck I want with that money and borrow it at less than 4 points. That's crazy talk. So it's just like you just unlock. That's like having a bank account. That's like having an extra 60 clams in the bank that you can just access, because it's not about what you have. It's about what you have access to. Now people will be like, no leverage, don't do that. But it's like, yes. Now stocks right now are off the charts. They hit record highs today. My stocks went up today. It's like my house is valuable. A single family home in America is one of the most coveted things right now. The home prices are off the charts. So I'm just like, how do I increase the value of this house? So it's like paint, do landscaping, upgrade the quality of whatever. So it's just like, this is how rich people get rich. So instead of being a victim, oh, this sucks, I just unlocked tens of thousands of dollars of leverage by just thinking, asking, activating, executing, and it's unlocked in 24 hours. When I was 21 years old, 22 years old, I was like, my business isn't successful because I don't have any money. Somebody's got to finance my shit. My back was against the wall. I had to be scrappy with the limited resources that I had to get ahead. Now that I'm older, that I've been developing credit and building up all this understanding and knowledge, that's how I get to a point where I have that thought. So I can ask that person, so I can connect that dot, have that credit, and boom. Now it's like once you get the time to, once you have the ability and the understanding to unlock credit, you can't get enough of it. They beg to give, they want to give you credit. They can't wait to extend credit to you. Russ said on Facebook, you can do the same with life insurance. You can borrow against it without losing a penny of its value. Yo, this is how rich people get rich. So even if I help one person in this chat, that's the thing. That's the thing that really tickles my bag is like, I was thinking of a way to get ahead. I spent a lot of time cooking it in my mind. I asked the question of the right person, and now I just unlocked tens of thousands of dollars of leverage at less than 4 points from E-Trade. Now it's like, well, what can you do? Now, what could you do with that money? What could you do with an extra $20,000 that you could invest? What could you do with it? You could acquire stock. I'm not suggesting that anybody buys stock on leverage, but what if you have a lock in something? What if you're like, if my business could only buy a machine and that machine could allow me to produce something faster? What if it was like, I need an employee, that employee is going to help me move up in my business? Some little tidbit like what I just said could have just unlocked you tens of thousands of dollars of leverage. That's the thing. So like this thought changed my life by me just thinking about it. And literally within 48 hours, I have access to a whole bunch of new cash at an extremely low rate. That rate that I'm going to be able to borrow against my stocks is lower than my home equity line of credit, which I have on my house, which was currently my largest amount of leverage. It's lower than my business line of credit. It's the lowest interest loan that I have now. So it's the best leverage. So right now I have $18,000 borrowed in leverage against my house. All I'm going to do is take it out in the lower point and arbitrage it over. So it's like if I'm paying 4.75 right now on 18K, all I'm going to do is go take the one that's 3.9 and just switch it over. And it's like, just like that, I just saved the point. It's just like, yeah, it's small, but like it's a couple steak dinners. It's like, it's little shit like that. That's the type of shit that gets us ahead. Is like, and it all came from a thought. It all came from cooking the idea of how do I get ahead. So that's the message that I wanted to get out before I got too far into the other stuff. So I just thought that was so amazing. I thought that was such a cool fucking thing that was a game changer for me. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that such a thing existed. Russ says, use it to pay down the principal on your mortgage. I'm not going to do that because my mortgage is at a lower rate than that. My mortgage is at like 3.5 or 3.6, so it's a lower rate already. Plus, if I use it to pay down my mortgage, then that just locks more of the cash up. I would rather have my mortgage be as least paid off as possible because the interest rate on my house is like, the house is growing in value, so it doesn't even matter. So that's the point. So now, this kind of leads into my next point, which is going to kind of go back to the beanbaggery of the world, is that, see, people just don't have this financial understanding. People lack financial understanding. And it's one of the reasons why we're in a lot of the messes that we're in. And I think that is something that certainly is worth paying attention to. But something that I think is a huge problem is on CNBC today, retail sales explode in March as consumers use stimulus checks to spend heavily. Retail sales boomed almost 10% higher in March in a jump in spending at bars and restaurants, as well as multiple other groups. A fresh batch of stimulus checks sent consumer prices surging in March. Stimulus checks did not send consumer prices surging. Money printing sent consumer prices surging. They're not being enough output, but there being a ton of demand, and stimulus checks and money printing is what sent consumer prices surging, but whatever. Advanced retail sales grew 9.8% for the month. Sporting goods, clothing, food, and beverage led the gains in spending. Now, we've been getting told by all of these jabrones, all of these snakes in the proverbial grass, that people are in food lines and people are struggling and corona clap, from all these tyrants. Does sporting goods sound like food that you need to survive? Does sporting goods sound like rent? that you need to pay? Does sporting goods sound like college loans that you need to pay off? Does sporting goods sound like medical debt? Does it sound like any of the things that would actually be spent by a person that is really in a dire situation? Is that what it sounds like? Because last time I checked, sporting goods are not fucking necessary for you to live. It's food, shelter, health, tools. But no, they don't care about that. So sporting goods, clothing, food, and beverage. There was a boom at bars and restaurants. Bars, counterproductive to the progress of humanity. Alcohol sales make the population dumber, fatter, less intelligent. I'm not saying don't go to the bar. I'm just saying stimmies are blowing up restaurant sales. That seems like a good way to use all of our taxpayer. I thought everybody was struggling. You know where's the most expensive place that you can buy food? At a fucking restaurant, cornbag. So it's just like they're spending these stimmies at restaurants and bars on sporting goods and equipment. It's like, what do you guys, it's like, and here's the other thing. The money is being printed out of thin air. It's being printed out of thin air. And then it's being invested into sporting goods products and retail clothing and clothing. Where do you think clothing is produced? China. Where do you think sporting goods are produced? China. Where do you think sneakers are produced? China. It's all produced in China. We don't output shit. We don't output anything. The United States of America produces next to nothing. The retail sales numbers right now are off the charts. People have been getting paid to work at home. They've been saving money by not paying their rent. They've been saving money by not paying their student loan debt. There's people that have hundreds of thousands of dollars of student loan debt that are making plenty of money in the job that they got. And they're just putting it off, and they're over here buying things. They're buying consumer goods. They're buying drinks at the bar. They're buying restaurant outings. They're buying consumer goods. They're buying sports products. They're buying sneakers. That's what they mean by sports products. They mean sneakers. They're not buying baseball bats and soccer balls. They're buying yoga pants, and they're buying fucking windbreakers and tank tops and sneakers. That's what they're buying. And it's like people don't even know what to do with a good thing. You're getting a $1,400 stimmy. Maybe you should invest that into something. Maybe you should save that, you bag of shit, instead of spending it on sneakers and beer. But whatever. Sporting goods spending was the highest percentage gainer at 23.5%, followed by clothing and accessories at 18.3%. And motor vehicle parts. March retail sales report was another sign that consumers are willing to spend, even though increasing numbers of stimulus checks are going towards savings rather than spending. Yeah, that's bullshit. I doubt that. I believe that CNBC is going to tell us the truth. Yeah. So, whatever. I bought guns. Nice. Yeah, people are buying guns and ammo. So, anyways, I think that this just illustrates a far greater problem, which is that everybody is so hell-bent on not understanding how to manage their own money, how to not think critically for themselves, how to not do research. Everybody is asleep at the wheel, and that's why we're in this mess. Because people don't want to pay attention. They don't want to do research. They don't want to think about things, and they're getting emotionally tugged and slapped around by all of this shit that's happening right now. Which brings me to the next point, which I think is just fucking insane. I had a friend post a graphic on Instagram today that has 16,000 likes. And it's a list of all of these items that relate to this Dante Wright situation. And everybody just race baiting the hell out of everybody to cause an outrage and grab more money. And it especially pissed me off because it was wrought with lies that only people that don't understand, that don't take the time to do research, that don't take time to pay attention would fucking fall for. It has a bunch of different one-sentence lines that talks about different things that happened that led to supposedly racist actions. Those Skittles look like a gun. He was sleeping in his car in the drive-thru. He maybe tried to use a fake $20 bill. She was sleeping in her own bed. He had an air freshener. That's what this meme says, amongst other things. So it's like 16,000 people think that this shit is true. And as you go down this list of stuff, it's like nobody is taking the time to pay attention to what is actually happening. They're not taking time to look into the depth and understanding of what is actually going on and how they're being emotionally manipulated to fight for the more of their rights to be taken away, to defund the police, which hurts black and brown people the most, which hurts underserved communities the most. They want everybody to be outraged. They don't care about America. This shit is trash. This meme, 16,000 people think that this is so great. So I'll start with the bottom one, which is he had an air freshener. The mainstream media is the virus. We all understand that. So this fucking thing is going to suggest that this dude was pulled over for an air freshener because that's what he tells his mom on the phone. He tells his mom on the phone, the mainstream media puts her on the screen, has her screaming and howling and crying, pulling at the emotional heartstrings like any mother who had a son that just died would do. And then she says, he said that it was an air freshener. He got pulled over because he had expired plates. Expired tags. Pulled over for expired tags. Not because of his air freshener. And people are like, driving while black. Another example of how my driving while black. It's like, bro, I'm not saying that no one gets pulled over for that. I'm just saying that's not what happened here, you lying race baiter. When we debate the details of an individual example, an individual situation such as this one, all we're trying to do is help people understand that this is a lie. Not that it doesn't ever happen, just that this specific thing is a lie. And if you allow one lie to go, you allow any lie to go. Nobody wants to pay attention. No one wants to do the research. And people are posting and sharing this race baiting bullshit. And then they dismiss me or dismiss any other person. Well, you don't understand. You're looking through a lens of privilege. You're white. You have a white shirt. You have white skin. You're white. There's whites in your eyes. You're white. You can't get it. And it's like, yo, motherfucker, I do research stuff. I pay attention to the facts. This shit's not factual. You're fucking lying. Imagine how many other things you're being lied to about. Imagine how many other things you're lying about without even knowing it. And people share this and they push this and they pump this and they stoke the flames and they race bait like Benjamin Crumpets. And that's why this shit happens. That's why we're in this mess. Because people don't take the time to fucking do research and pay attention. They're being manipulated by the mainstream media and they don't even get it. And it's fucking sad. It's sad. It's like this dude got pulled over for expired tags, had a warrant for his arrest from, I believe, choking a girl and holding her at gunpoint for $800. So he caused himself to have the warrant. If he had gone to court, as is necessary, as is the law, then that problem would have been resolved. He wouldn't have needed to get pulled over. If he paid for his tags, if he made sure that he was not driving a car with expired tags. You know who has expired tags? Me. It's not because I'm white, you asshole. It's because I fucking pay bills when they come in, you dumb shit. I register my email address like anybody could do. I get an email that says, your tags are expired. I go online and I renew them. It's $130. Fuck off with that. This is such horse shit. It's like, it's not because I'm white, you fucking clown. It's because I'm responsible. Like maybe you should be. If this fucking guy had not had an unlicensed pistol, not had an unpermitted gun, not held a woman at gunpoint, I bet that woman is kind of pissed seeing Joe fucking Biden and Krusty Krust Harris saying, I feel for his family, after this dude held this chick at gunpoint and fucking robbed her. But who cares about her? Who cares about women? Who cares about the truth? Who cares about facts? Fuck facts. He's black. It's racist. There is nothing else. Race, race, race. Benjamin Crumpets. Extort the population. Manipulate everybody. Smear everybody. Who cares about personal responsibility? Who cares about what this fucking guy did? Who cares about what actually occurred? Who cares about how he created this problem for himself? It doesn't mean he needed to die. It just means he created this problem for himself. Had he acted differently at any part throughout this process, he would be alive. But no, who cares? No one cares about personal responsibility. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Race, 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 race. Fuck out of here. There's 100 things that he could have done differently. Not have an unlicensed weapon, you could have gotten a license for the weapon. Not held a woman at gunpoint, you could have not done that, you fucking asshole. Maybe gone to court because you had a court date, you probably could have done that. You could have paid for your tags to be registered, you probably could have done that. Okay, cool. Now that's just all the pre-stuff. Now the actual event itself, the actual thing that occurred in real life, maybe don't run from the police, bro. Maybe allow yourself to be arrested, bro. You're committing a felony by resisting arrest and trying to run away. You just gave yourself prison time. You just guaranteed yourself prison time. And as a result, what? It's like, I'm not saying he deserved to die, but what I am saying is this guy took a variety of different steps that led to his unfortunate and early demise. I'm sorry, but he created this problem for himself. Now, it doesn't mean he deserved to die. What it means is that he could have saved himself by just thinking differently. And then you have absolute pieces of trash. You have absolute pieces of trash like Chelsea Handler posting on Twitter that you have a 50% chance of being shot by the police if you're black. That's not true. That shit's fake. That's not real. People like Chelsea Handler, the fucking infection, the real virus, people like her are making it so that young, impressionable, emotionally charged, fearful black and brown individuals are going to be more encouraged to run from the police, are going to be more encouraged to not follow the law, are going to be more encouraged to make moves like this, and it's going to end up very bad for them. You're only making it worse. You're encouraging this behavior. And then if they don't get their way, they burn the city to the ground, they loot the city to the ground, they go and destroy neighborhoods and destroy communities. This is fucked. And my friend that posted this meme is contributing to this madness with her lack of understanding, with her lack of research, with her lack of investment of time, with her lack of care about what the impact is of her sharing this to 800 people, that share it to 800 people, that share it to 800 people, because she didn't take 15 fucking seconds to research the truth. You don't research the truth. You're part of the problem. You are part of the problem. And then if I fucking tell you the facts, if I tell you the truth, you say that I don't understand it because I'm white, because I see it through a lens of privilege. No, dude. I see it through a lens of truth. I see it through a lens of fact. I see it through a lens of logic. Logic is uncommon. Research is uncommon. Taking the time to invest into understanding what's actually happening is uncommon. And that is why we're in this problem. And that's why people are fucking everything up, because they don't take time to understand the true nature of what's going on. They're being manipulated and they don't even know it. She was sleeping in her own bed. Breonna Taylor was sleeping in her own bed. Oh, she was sleeping in her own bed. First of all, no, she fucking wasn't. How many times they have to post the truth about what actually happened to this person for people to take 5 seconds? You could just literally Google, was Breonna Taylor sleeping in her own bed? The answer is no. She was in the hallway. And I mentioned this to her, and she's like, oh, weird flex. Hallway doesn't matter. It's different than the bed. She wasn't sleeping in her own bed. She was in the hallway. I don't think she was sleeping in the hallway. You are wrong. You lied. That shit's incorrect. You're emotionally race-baiting people by suggesting that this person was sleeping in her bed. Who cares that the guy was firing shots at the door? Who cares that the guy was a known drug dealer? Who cares that there was dozens and dozens that they were monitoring her phone calls and all the interactions they were having over a period of time? Who cares about the body that ended up in the trunk of a car that she had been, like, who cares about that? Who cares about the facts? Who cares about what actually occurred? But no, race. No, who cares? Maybe she shouldn't have been hanging out with such a scrumbly, bumbly dude. Maybe they shouldn't have fired that shot. Maybe they should have just stopped. Maybe they should have fucking done that and she'd have been alive. Okay? Whatever, though. She was just sleeping in her bed. Dude, and there's nothing that suggests that it was racist. Just because someone is black and someone is white doesn't mean it's based on race. These people are fucking insane. You're insane. You're part of the problem. This is not racism. And this bullshit, it's like, it's a hate crime. It's a hate crime. No one gives a fuck about that Uber Eats driver that just got murdered on video. And they're saying her name for this guy. They're saying her name for Breonna Taylor when this innocent Uber driver just got slaughtered in the street. Slaughtered for nothing. For fucking nothing. And these two piece of shit girls are not even going to do a day in prison. But no one gives a fuck about that. But they're going to talk about this fucking guy? Fuck you. You are a fucking loser. Give me a fucking break. No one gives a shit about the truth. Nobody cares about the facts. This is fucking insane. Say his name. Say his name. How about the fucking Uber Eats driver, dog? Say his name. He had a beautiful smile. Say his name. Get the fuck out of here. And Crumpets is like, yes, Crumpets. He's like, I can't wait. And Crumpets is, oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Sing it, sister. And MSNBC's like, yes, ratings. Ratings. Money. You fucking pieces of shit. It's disgusting. These people are sick. These people are sick. Nobody cares about the truth. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Muhammad Anwar. Nobody cares about Muhammad Anwar. No one cares. No one says his name. This dude was massacred for nothing. Nothing. Where's the riots in the streets for him? Millions of dollars raised for him. News out of the news cycle in a day. Out of the news cycle in a day. Out of the news cycle in a day. Murder by two teenage girls that'll never do a day in prison. Sick. Cool. Why? Because he was an immigrant, because nobody cares about him, and because the girls that did it were black. Cool. That seems fine. Yeah, I'm going to get clapped on the ads for this. Yes, you're right. Now, the woman that shot this dude, her name and her face was reported to all the mainstream news outlets in one day. 24 hours after it happened, she resigned. Her name and her face, her likeness was plastered all over every mainstream media outlet in 24 hours. Ashley Babbitt got murdered in cold blood with no weapon 3 months ago. We still don't know the cop that killed her. And he'll face no charges. Where's the riot in the street? Where's the riots in the street for Ashley Babbitt? Why? Because she was white. No one cares. They don't care because she was white. So some cops get protected and other cops don't. Cool. That seems fun. Who cares? Who cares? She deserved it. She had it coming. She posted about queefs. Cool. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Ashley Babbitt. No one cares about her. She had it coming. No one cares about Muhammad Anwar. He's not the right color. Nobody cares. Who cares? Who cares? It's just somebody getting slaughtered in a video. Who cares? It's no big deal. It's fine. Who cares? 3 weeks ago, no one even talking about it. No one even cares. But hey, whatever. Yeah, no arrest for Ashley Babbitt. They don't care about her. She's not the right color. Who cares? Then on CNN, you have this guy. You have this guy being interviewed on CNN, and he's like this piece of garbage person, this literal garbage human being, is on CNN, and they're interviewing her. Yeah, and Ashley Babbitt was a 17-year veteran, exactly. Yep, in a lot of ways, an American hero. And you got this guy on CNN that has a can of soup in his hand, and he's being interviewed on CNN, and this guy is a complete jabroni, complete piece of garbage. And she's like, why do you have that can of soup? He's like, I've been here every night, and I brought the soup to feed my family. What he really brought it for is to throw it at a fucking police officer. Cool. Thanks, CNN. These people are disgusting. It's disgusting. It's why we're in this mess. It's why we're in this mess. It's disgusting. but they don't care. And then when people are going to be like, that's just a theory. That's just a conspiracy theory. You got Project Veritas doing a tremendous job catching the guy on camera, admitting point blank what CNN does. Yeah, we're trying to support BLM. Yeah, we were trying to pump up all the shit about the Asian hate, but we found out that it wasn't white people. Oh, we were like, oh no, don't talk about that. Yeah, cool. They're smearing Matt Gaetz to get him out. I mean, it's like these people are disgusting. Oh, why didn't you talk about the case going on? That's not scary. We hoped more people would die. These people are disgusting. How much evidence do people need to understand that this is happening? I'm convinced that it's like a lost cause. I'm convinced that people just don't want to understand. Yeah, and Barbara's right. And then Project Veritas gets banned from Twitter. So they just get banned. And it's like, they're moving the goalposts with this Corona clap shit. Fauci, I remember it was 2 weeks to slow the spread. It was reduce the hospital. It was reduce the load in the hospitals. They start taking all your freedom away. They take away your ability to speech. They silence the sitting president of the United States while he's in office. Silence him. They lie point blank in the media. They fact check things that are true. They fact check, silence, suppress things that are actually factually true. They don't care what the World Garbage Organization says. They don't care about that. If they say something that's against the narrative, they shut it up. They only pay attention to the science that follows the narrative that they want. They take your freedoms away. They lock you up. They treat you like an animal. They hide your face. They hide your ability to smile. They don't give you the ability to go to a funeral, have a wedding, play music outside, travel freely out in and outside of your country's borders, go to a store, buy the right items. It's fucking insane. Go and get medical procedures done. Go and get screenings. There's fucking your mental health. It comes out point blank that lack of exercise and obesity causes it, makes it a lot worse. They shut down the gyms. They shut down the physical therapy. They shut down all the things that are necessary for us to survive, for us to be healthy, for us to do the right thing. They don't tell you to go get sunlight. They don't tell you to take vitamins. They don't tell you to think positive thoughts. They fear. Then they tell you to go riot. Then they encourage you to go and throw cans at the police. Then you have that woman that represents the United States in the UN going to the UN and being like, the United States is a no good, very bad, very racist, seated in racist, very evil place. When the United States is one of the most racially diverse and racially welcoming and peaceful places on the planet in the history of human existence. It's like, it's so bad. It's so bad. And like what's happening in Canada and what's happening in Australia is nothing short of gross. But nobody cares. They don't care. These people are savage. And no one is concerned. And it's like, and then they're going to have this event on Sunday talking about the juice and why you should take it. It's like, bro, don't you think if people were think about this. Everybody is so afraid, right? We're so afraid. Fear. Everyone's so afraid. And everyone's dead. Everyone's dead. Goo. Everyone is dead. Don't you think people would be running to go get this juice? Don't you think people would go sprint to get the juice if it was like that? But instead they gotta spend millions of dollars to convince you that you should have it. All right. Okay. Here's what I want to kick you in the bag here. Do you think that Matthew McConaughey works for fucking free? You think Matthew McConaughey is going to interview Fauci for free? Do you think that's going to happen? Do you think Ciara, Russell Wilson, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, do you think these people, they show up for free? You think they're going to do this 1 hour TV special for fucking free? They got to travel there, hotel room, They have to be there. They can't be somewhere else. Opportunity cost of being somewhere else is on a Sunday night. Okay. They already make millions of dollars doing their existing job. I don't know how much Matthew McConaughey makes for a movie, but he gets paid quite a bit. I'm sure he has an appearance fee. So the federal government and your taxpayer dollars are being used to pay Matthew McConaughey, Russell Wilson, Sierra, and fucking Shaq and Charles Barkley to tell people and convince people to get the juice. That's your taxpayer dollars. When the results of the Chauvin case come out and they don't get what they want, they're going to destroy everything they can get their hands on. There are going to be riots in the street. And who's going to monetize it? Wall-to-wall coverage. CNN, CBS, NBC, CNBC, MSNBC, PBS, all of them. Every single one of them is going to make money as a result of businesses being destroyed. Every one of them. And then you know who's going to get clapped? Insurance companies, small business owners, homeowners, taxpayers, residents. The taxpayers are going to have to pay a ton of money to re-outfit all of those police vehicles, repaint those buildings, rebuild those structures. Taxpayer dollars are going to go to that. Taxes are going to have to go up in those communities. Businesses are going to be destroyed. Insurance companies may not cover it. The cost of doing business in those cities is going to go up because the insurance is going to be more expensive, which means it's going to be more prohibitive to small businesses. The real estate's going to get more expensive because it could be potentially destroyed, and it's going to need more insurance coverage. What happens when that happens? You destroy your own local community. You make it so that this can't happen. And then what happens? The rich people win. The people at the top win. They can buy real estate at pennies on the dollar. They can scoop up all the real estate. They can scoop up all the real estate for pennies on the dollar. They could invest in the insurance companies that monetize all the increased fees. And they can buy up all the property. Meanwhile, companies like CNN, MSNBC, and all the mainstream news outlets, including all the media companies, all of them monetize it on the articles, on the outrage, putting content behind the paywall, all at the destruction of America, all at the expense of your everyday American citizen, at the expense of America to push the narrative for political power. But nobody cares. Nobody cares. And you have small businesses around the country enforcing diapers. You know who's not wearing diapers? Rich people, the elite. They don't need to do that. Why would they need to do that? They don't need to do that. They could fly private. They could have a personal driver. They don't need any of those diapers there. They can get in with politicians. They can get exemptions to travel freely throughout the world. I own property. I own assets. They can threaten by financial means. We're going to take away X, Y, and Z. They can get news companies like CNN to push stories that they want, that move their political agenda, because they got them in the bag, because they know that they're all bought and paid for, because they know that snakes like that guy in that Project Veritas video can be bought and paid for. He's got a price because he's got no soul. They got it by the bag. And then today, House and Senate Democrats create a bill to add 4 justices to the Supreme Court. So they want to add 4 justices to the Supreme Court. What is that number? That number is 13. They go from 9 to 13. I wonder why they want 4 justices. I wonder why 13. I wonder for the first time in over 100-something years that they would increase the number of people on the Supreme Court. Could it be because 4 Supreme Court justices that would all be Dems would tip the scale would make a majority of Democrats, a majority of progressive Democrats in the Supreme Court that would basically essentially guarantee pretty much anything could go on no matter what, now until forever in perpetuity. They say that the stuff about the elections being protected, racist. They demonize the police, which hurts the underserved communities the most, which hurts the poor the most, which destroys the small businesses and the small communities the most. Defund the police, it's racist. They can smear anybody that they want in the public square. They can be judge, jury, and executioner. They can be judge, jury, and executioner as it comes to people's livelihoods, people's ability to succeed in the public square. They can cancel people like the MyPillow guy. They can ruin businesses by woking them out of certain department stores, by taking away their financial means. They can smear you on the news media and say that you're a racist because they just want to. They can smear that police officer. That woman was a police officer for 27 years. 2 kids, husband was a police officer, and they can just smear and besmirch her name for a lifetime because she made a mistake, a clearly an obvious mistake, and you're going to say that this woman's a racist because she made a mistake? That seems fine. I don't know, man. It's like, I hate to be a Debbie Beanbag. I hate to be down in the dumpster cheese, but it's pretty grim out there, you bags of cheese. So, what I just find extremely concerning about all this is like the obvious race baiting, the obvious lies, the obvious media deception, the obvious moving of the goalpost, the obvious weasel that is Fauci, the obvious garbage merchant that is Joey Basement, the obvious rules for thee but not for me, the obvious it doesn't matter on one side but it matters on the other side, the obvious destruction of America, the destruction of everybody's mindset, everything. It's like, but whatever. But and then just to think that the vast majority of people just don't pay attention, or they have the audacity to go on Instagram and be like, "Oh, everybody is a racist." It's like, bro, yeah, you're a psycho. You're a literal psychopath. But okay, I don't know. Thanks to Mark for the Venmo. Thanks to Nicola for the super chat on YouTube. And thank you to Sean87 Callahan. Thank you so much for the badge on Instagram. J Cook 11, Parada Timbercraft, Boop's Partner, True Graham Fitness, and the Megan Hayward for the badges on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, children at the border. I mean, it's like if you could just look at every single thing that's happening and think that people still don't realize this, it's like, I just don't know. It's like, what else do they have to do? It's like they have to like put you in a box and push you down a hill and light it on fire for people to realize. It's just like, it's tragic. But hey, whatever. Ocean Blue 77. What's that? Or maybe you bought one on the last stream. I don't know. But so yeah. So everything is garbage. But hey, who cares? I'm gonna go in a few minutes. I'm gonna answer a couple questions, but I gotta run in a few minutes. Gotta go to the gymnasium. Cherie Dot says, if you could go anywhere on vacation right now, where would you go? Probably maybe Italy. I don't know. It depends. Maybe Italy. That would be kind of cool. I love Italy. I would very much enjoy going there. Let's see. Maybe Trinidad and Tobago. That'd be kind of cool. Jess Strauss, did you see Geraldo absolutely lose his noggin on Hannity? Yes, I did. Geraldo is a total shill. I mean, just look at Geraldo. I mean, Bongino is telling the truth. Going to Dominican Republic next week. Nice. Do you know about Adreno? Oh my God, with the Adreno. Calgary Junkman says, you are straight fucking fire. Hell yeah, thank you. John Wolf D says, is Florida's housing market overvalued? Just moved here and looking to buy. I mean, no, I'm 50% Italian, Ocean Blue. Nice, a Trinidad and Tobago person in the Facebook chat. What's up? 2 effing idiots. Hello. Cool. What's going on? I think that look, is the housing market overpriced? I don't know. The short answer would be yes, because it's at record high prices. However, it's like it just depends. I mean, are the prices higher than they've ever been? Yes. Will they inevitably come down? Yes. They have to. They can't just keep going on forever. That's how it is. It's a boom and bust cycle. It goes up and it goes down. That's the nature of the game. So I don't know. Is it overpriced? I don't know. I can tell you this much. My house has tripled in value since I've had it, since 2010. I don't know. But this is the thing. It depends on what you want to use a house for. Now, if you're going to buy a house and live in it, and you're going to live in it for 5 years or 10 years, then chances are, even if it went back down, it would go back up again. You're not really too concerned with the value of a house in the short term. So if you're buying a house and you're going to keep it, and then you have the ability to maybe rent it later, like you're not planning on relocating out of your area for a long period of time, it's not really that. I mean, I don't know. Is it overpriced? I don't know. There's a lot of things that have been overpriced, then they go down, then they go back up. So I don't know. I would say that Florida, for example, and also depends where you are. If you're now you're saying Florida, it depends what part of Florida. I mean, South Florida, I don't see South Florida going down anytime soon. There's a lot of money coming here. There's a lot of people moving here. There's a lot of economic activity here in Florida as a result of all this stuff. So as a result of all the lockdowns and stuff. So I think Florida has a pretty good position. So if I were you, yeah, I would buy. I mean, I would buy another house in Florida right now. I'm considering doing that myself. So I don't think it's overpriced. I think it's high, but I don't know. It depends. I don't know that I would be building a new house because that's super expensive, time consuming. Kelly on Facebook, I love you. You're the sunshine of my day. I cannot get through my day without a laugh provided by you. Thanks for being you. You are hilarious and the biggest fact dropper I've ever seen. Thank you so much, Kelly, on Facebook. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So yeah, I mean, is our house is high? I don't know. I would say if you want to buy a house, you need a house, live in a house, go ahead. If you're buying a house to flip, yeah, it's probably not a good time to do that. James says, I just moved from Florida to Virginia. They love the juice up here. That sucks. I don't know about that, Pop. Let's see. M.A. Erickson says, were you in the military? No, I was not in the military. D-hyphenated Rick says, when are you going to make a shirt with Billy's face that says blinded by the donut? Actually, that's interesting that you say that because I actually hired a guy last night to make a Billy the Donut, to make the Billy the Donut face. And I actually haven't checked my email to see if it's here. So do you guys want to see if it's here? Because I will check right now. I haven't seen it yet. I actually haven't checked. So I'm going to check right now. And if it's done, I'll show it to you right now before I go. Because I got to go. The gym is going to close at 11, so I got to go. 2-a-days, dog. That's my jam right now. I'm loving it. All right, let's see. Let's see if he's done. No, he's not done yet. Nope, it's not done. Oh well. The guy that I buy them from is from Indonesia, so the language barrier is a little difficult. It's 8:30 in the morning there. He said he would have it for me in 3 hours. That was like at 4 o'clock this morning, and it's not. I don't know. He didn't give it to me yet, so I don't know. Maybe it's not done yet. Whatever. But I'm working on it as we speak. All right, I'm gonna go in like 3 or 4 minutes. Rybo Dad says on Instagram, where did the floozies go? You know where it went, bro. You know where it went. Just global cases down by 98%. Who cares though, right? Who cares about that? Alan Marone 111 says, Dogecoin, where you at, Clap? I'm not a Dogecoin investor. I know a lot of people have been making cheese on that, but I'm just not into that. I like assets that I can measure. I don't like rolling the dice like that. A ton of people making a ton of money. It's just not my thing right now. Jody Girl 505 says, if didn't have a warrant and still had insurance, it would have been a ticket, and on his way he goes. Yep. JP Casper says, you're not going to pull a Dylan Wheeler on us, are you? I don't even know what that means. I don't know who that. Maybe I should know who that is. Let's see. Jay Loves Fam says, theory on the juice is the more that get it, the more Corona clap cases thus is already happening, and then they will blame the unjuiced. Yeah, that probably is true. Yeah. I'm in Florida too. Happy I found someone else who uses logic. It's like finding a unicorn in the wild. Yep, true that. Well, that's my Trinidad and Tobago friend again. Yes, hell yeah. Oh, you're from Trinidad and Tobago, but you're in Florida. Nice. That's what's up. Cool. Welcome to Florida. It's lit here, fam. Oh, sick. He did it. He finished it. Yes. Yo, I'm going to see if I can get it right now so I can show you before I go. Thank you, Sharmilla. Beth says, "Is there a wait?" Or Benjamin says, "Is there a waiting list for the donut shirt?" No. You know, I might do a live stream later to make some of the merch because I've got a couple different items that I haven't done yet, and I really get fire shit on the live stream. So maybe I'll just do a live stream later and do make some merch. This track is a bump. Yo, if anybody has Shazam open, somebody tell me the name of this track. Yeah, what's the name of the track? What's the artist? Nice, thank you. All right, he's about to send me this graphic. I want to show it to you real quick. This song is awesome. People are like, this is repetitive. True. I like dance music. The t-shirt that I'm wearing is this t-shirt is from Redcon 1. REDCON 1, Redcon 1. All right, I'm going to see if I can get this graphic so I can show you. Oh, here it comes. Oh, you want to see it? I'm seeing it for the first time. Here it is. Yeah! kind of weird looking, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. All right, you guys want to see it? All right. John Kerry. John Kerry. All right, I'm gonna show the people on Facebook first. I know, don't at me. Show the Facebook people first. And then I'll show the Instagram. All right, Facebook people, here it is. I'll show you right now. Oh my word, that is funny. It's the shadows are weird, and maybe I don't know. You guys gotta tell me if you like it. I don't know. It looks like I have a thick ass beard. I mean, I have a beard, but I don't have a beard like this. I'm gonna ask him to maybe tighten it up a little bit, but I'm gonna show you. I'll show you real quick. All right, Facebook. There it is. Facebook people and YouTube people. There it is. All right, I'm gonna show Instagram now. All right, check it out. Oh my word. That's hilarious. Oh God. Oh man. Oh shit. That is really funny. Yeah, that doesn't really look like my hair. It's like too light, but it's pretty good. Oh my God. I'll have him darken it a little bit. Yeah, that is pretty funny. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the gym, but start thinking of slogans that you would put on that shirt. A couple of them are "You got." Some people have said they want ones that say "You got." Some people have said they want it to say "Glazed and Confused." There's obviously ones with getting the juice. Obviously, getting the juice is an option. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I don't have it. Someone says it's missing ears. Well, the face is. Yeah, I mean, he went off of a photo that I sent him. So I'm gonna take a little bit. Somebody says got juice. That's pretty good. Skin by Tara Lynn says, "What does the sprinkler specialist shirt mean?" If you go on my YouTube, just type in sprinkler specialist on my channel. You'll see it's a video that I made back in the day. Somebody asked for it specifically. All right. One more time. Free donut with the purchase of juice. Mark says, "What time do you think you'll go live?" Probably like, I don't know. I don't know. Don't quote me, but probably around like 11. Probably around like 11:15. I get back from the gym at 11. It's 9:37 right now. All right. I'm gonna go to the gym. I got to get back there. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you as always. Do appreciate it. I know I was a little scattered. I went from one thing to the other, and everything is garbage, and that's true. So whatever. But anywho, thank you. Thank you for the super chat on YouTube. I appreciate that. I'm new on the super chats, so that's super awesome that people are buying those. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I see the YouTube is picking up. 14 people are watching on YouTube right now. That's the most that I've ever watched on YouTube. Facebook always does good, but YouTube is actually doing pretty good. Thank you to Mark for the Venmo. I appreciate that. And to thank you for all the people that bought the badges. Marisol 1112, Shree Baker Minerals, Sean 87, Callahan, J Cook, Product Timbercraft, Boop's partner, True Gram Fitness, to Megan Hayward, and all the people that bought the badges before I jumped off the stream earlier. I appreciate it. I'm going to go to the gym. I'll probably jump back on, and I'll probably do a little merch live stream later and make that donut graphic into some other stuff. So thanks for being here. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you in a bit.